is Miss Maggie, and I'm a multi-millionaire in the making. My name is Miss Maggie. I'm a multi-millionaire. Got the ops outside for real. Anyways, welcome to a new day, a new video, a new me. Because really, every day, I'm a new person. I'm taking up the cross every day in a new way. You know what I mean? But I am Miss Maggie, and I am a multimillionaire in the making. Let me tell you something. Something about the word. Something about speaking life into your life. Speaking so much power, and the words that you use, like, I mean, okay, what was yesterday? Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. So, like, I mean, no one really, I don't want to say no one really cares about St. Patrick's Day anymore, but, like, you don't really think about these holidays as much as you used to when you were a kid because it's always celebrated at school. But, like, now in real life, it's kind of like people have work, people have responsibilities. Anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and I didn't really think, nothing of it, but I decided to go out with my homegirls, and I got lucky last night. But I'm starting to think that luck, my friend's texting me, starting to think that luck isn't what we think it is anymore. And lucky is just another way of saying I said yes to this opportunity, even though I wasn't sure what was going to come out of it, and still made the best out of this opportunity. And I think that's as far as the universe teaching us that we are on this planet. We're meant to do great things. We're meant to be where our heart desires. We're meant to do what we truly want. And sometimes we have this fear or something that is keeping us away from maybe truly aligning with what we want because we're scared we want this thing. We're scared to jump into it. We're scared to take that risk. And I think luck is really when opportunity aligns with risk, which also aligns with the ability to receive. You know what I mean? So there's an opportunity. Are you willing to risk or sacrifice something else to say yes to this opportunity and being open to receiving the outcome? You know what I mean? And oh my God, like, I just wish I can kind of go into how my last week has been, starting with the prayer to God, saying like, God, there's a situation that I'm in. I need you to help me get out of this situation. And then boom, an opportunity arises where I'm able to hop out of that situation. And it wasn't the worst thing, actually. It was actually a beautiful opportunity. I'm not going to go into details because, yeah, I will say it's not illegal. And it's not crazy by far. It's honestly, it was kind of great. It was a beautiful opportunity. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you got to say yes. You got to say yes to the dress. You got to say yes to the opportunity. You know what I mean? You got to be open to just like, I guess the best way I can describe this, right, is I watched this video, and I think it was Kerry Washington. No, it wasn't Kerry Washington. It was the other one. It was Halle Berry, right? I'm not really great with names. Anyways, one of the two. And she describes this story where she kind of describes how life is with a series of opportunities that come your way. So think of yourself as you're on your way to work, you take the bus or you take the train. And the train is about to leave. You have two options, or was it three? Okay, I'm not a great storyteller either. But you have one out of two or three options. You either run, catch up to the train, and the train leaves. Oh, three options, right? So you either run, you catch up to the train, and the train leaves. That's just showing you that that train was not meant for you. You were not meant to get on that train. You were not meant to get on that opportunity. That's what I want to relate that to sales, right? Kind of like there's an opportunity, you go after this person, you talk to this person, they reject you. Just wasn't meant to be. Option number two is you run after the train and you're running, and like you're just like, wait, stop. And then it stops and you get on the train. The opportunity that was meant for you. That was meant for you. You did the work, you put the work in, you got the results, and you just got the opportunity. Option number three is pretty much leaving it to the unknown. It's when you stay still, knowing that you could have tried to catch up to that train. You could have tried, because if you try to catch up to that train and you made it, you know that train was for you. That opportunity was for you. If you tried to catch up to the train, you didn't make it, so be it. At least you tried. And so this kind of goes into what I'm trying to say is like, you can't give up on yourself too easily when one opportunity doesn't, like, you don't get it. It doesn't fall through. It doesn't work. This applies to friendships, dating, work, trying new things, going new places. You can't give up on yourself too easily. If there's something that you want, you cannot be scared to be rejected. You cannot be scared to miss it, because you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But you can make 20% if you try. Who knows? You could make 100% of all those shots. And that's what luck is. Luck is not, people think overnight success and you're so lucky this, you're so lucky that is like, oh, I was just laying in bed and the motherfucking tooth fairy was like, hey, I know you're not missing any teeth, but here's a band. That's not how this works. That's not how, God doesn't necessarily work in that way. The universe doesn't necessarily work in that way. You have to meet the universe in the middle. So essentially, you don't want to give up on yourself too much at all. You don't want to give up on yourself at all. But in order to achieve a constant flow of luck, constant flow of universal alignment, you have to be open and receptive to the opportunities presented to you and do the work it takes to acquire and sustain and maintain that opportunity. Because there's gonna be constant opportunities flowing through and through and through. And not everything is for you, and there's a reason. You know what I mean? And it's just like with dating. It's so crazy. Everything is so connected. It's just like with dating. Like, I'm currently on Tinder. And crazy thing is I got banned from Hinge, but we don't got to speak about that. I'm currently on Tinder, and Tinder has been very eye-opening. It's actually allowed me to relate what I've been dealing with there to the business world and my job, because I deal with tons of people every day. I talk to tons of people every day, whether it's on the dating app or it's in real life for my business. And it's like, there's going to be some people you get along with really, really well, and there's that chemistry, but maybe you need a little bit more time to build that compatibility. You can't write off the compatibility, right? And that's how I feel with dating. It's like, there's so many people that I've initiated conversations with, and the conversation flows beautifully. And I'm not scared to meet someone on a first date. I'm only scared if you invited me to your house on the first date, because I don't know who you are, sir. I don't know who you are. Anyways, my case in point is, I'm not scared to take that to the next step, right? And it usually doesn't get to that next step, and I'm just like, okay. And more often than not, it feels like a rejection, but we gotta think bigger than that. There's the dating scene is so saturated, and that goes into the bucket of the business world, right? Sales, marketing, anything that you do, um, relates to life in general, like friendships. Like, you can always have this initial attraction. So let's say like this initial attraction with this opportunity. Oh, this looks good. I want to do this. I want to try that. And then you try to push it forward. Like, I'm gonna go again. Let's go on a second date. Hey, let's have this meeting again. Let's talk about this business proposal. And then, over time, it either falls through, it dissipates, it probably no longer exists. But then 5 months later, it comes back. Or it doesn't dissipate, and that bond strengthens, that work bond, that friendship, that relationship. And so that's how I see luck. That's how I see luck. Me being able to be open to any opportunity at any given moment, I will be saying yes from now on, okay? I will be saying yes to absolutely everything. As long as it doesn't affect me. Like, I have to think strategically and calculated, of course, in a good way, because like I'm not gonna say yes to like $1,000, like thousands of dollars on a trip when I don't have the thousands of dollars for the trip. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be smarter than that. But what I'm trying to say is, I will be saying yes to any opportunity that arises that is beneficial to my identity as a woman, getting closer to God, the universe, as a woman getting closer to her friends, like hanging out with my friends, as a woman getting closer to her family and building that relationship, as a woman trying to build a business from the rock bottom. Like, yes to opportunities, to people who want to help me, because why should I be saying no? Why should I be scared, right? And yeah, like, all of that mumbo jumbo is like how I perceive luck. And luck is so beautiful, because it may not be exactly what we think it is, but once you grasp the concept that the universe is working on your side, you just need to work with the universe, then you begin to see everything line up. And that's what true alignment really is. That's what true luck is. And that's what true love is. Oh! Hold on, I need to get... Okay, we're gonna load that down because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Anyways, luck is a beautiful thing. And if you're open to the universe will be open to you. If you are open to making your dreams come true and actually walking in that alignment with those dreams, and just saying, F it, like, who cares anymore? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many pathways that could open up. And yes, it might take time, but again, what is time? You know what I mean? Like, what is time? There's only this present moment. And I said this in my previous video. There's only this present moment. That moment is now. That moment is here. So, yeah, I thank God. But I will leave it here. Have a good rest of your day.